I guess the first thing I wanted to ask is the name Unmarked Pavement. Do you know like which one of y'all came up with that, or what was the story behind it?
It was kind of like no one exactly came up with it. It was just we had a sign in Greg's practice room, and
Yeah,
They had a big orange unmarked pavement sign.
yeah,
like the construction ones you get off the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It was procured legally,
yeah, it was obtained legally.
of course.
Yeah, for
This was
sure.
before my time.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, and how did y'all meet? I don't know if it's different for each individual band member, but how did y'all come together?
Yeah. So you guys, I'll tell my side of the story after you guys.
Yes.
yeah. When we first met, actually, I transferred to tech my junior year, and it was like one of my first classes. We were all introducing ourselves, and then she mentioned something about music, and then right after the end of class, I went straight up to her and just pretty much introduced myself.
Yeah, he came up and was like, "Do you play guitar?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." And then like we kind of just started sitting by each other in class, and then one day it was like, "Yo, you want to jam?" And we're like, "Yeah, let's go jam." So we jammed like once or twice, and then one day when we were playing, we hear like a knock at the door. We're like, "Crap, we're getting a noise complaint already. We barely started." And it was Brandon, and we opened the door. Well, Greg opened the door, and Brandon was just like, "Yo, y'all in a band?" And yep, we're starting one. And he's like, "Okay." And then like a few days later.
Yeah, we got to meet his friend Mason, which ended up being our bassist. And yeah, we had a different drummer at that time, but that's how it first started. But then we found a new lovely drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, it was because I used to be I was in my brother's band, and the old drummer for that band was this guy named George. And so later on, I ended up joining George's band for a short period of time. And Mason was filling in on bass in George's band. And then once that lapsed, I was like, oh no, I need a new band. I was lost and scared, like a little puppy. And then Mason was like, come here, man, I got you. And then he like took me in, and it was beautiful.
Yeah. Took him in, gave him Zens.
Yeah, it was a great
Man, we fed him, watered him.
I actually don't remember if you know this, Greg, but the very first practice we had, it was at Greg's house, and Molly wasn't there. It was me, Mason, and Greg. And I remember looking at the directions to get to his old house. It was in this townhouse. And I remember when I was like in the neighborhood, like almost hitting a guy, like a pedestrian man.
Oh, what?
Almost striking a pedestrian and being like, what the hell was that? That was a bit bad.
Yeah.
And then I parked, and then I walked in the house, and I was like, that's the guy I almost hit.
Oh shit! Right.
You almost hit Greg?
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
That would have been a bad start to the band.
Oh yeah, I had just got home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't know if we've ever talked about that.
This is new information.
Oh,
Wow.
I knew I recognized your car because I looked back like fucking asshole.
That guy,
And then I was like, oh, that guy's here again. Whenever we would have a beer slide, I never put two and two together.
he's following me.
He's gonna strike the band.
Man, that's kind of wild. The guy I interviewed earlier today, Dylan Dent, he decided to become a musician because he was hit by a car. So there's kind of like
Oh,
that's a crazy
Oh,
similarity of people starting
our
well,
cars.
Well,
I
from
know.
it's a sign of a good
automobile
band.
accidents. That's wild. Yeah, yeah, it is
Yeah.
a sort of apparently, man. That's wild. That's a wild origin story. I wanted to ask.
I
I
know. What we
did.
just found out.
Yeah.
What's that?
Wow. I wanted to ask about y'all played at Roanoke College earlier. I wasn't able to come see it, but I could like it was so loud I could hear it from my dorm room with my window open, which was pretty great. Y'all did awesome though. I really liked y'all played what was it? The Weezer song. I forget which one it was you played, but that was really good. That was one of my
Oh, I'm done.
yeah,
That's
that was a
so
really
funny.
good
I
cover
guess
of that.
we had
Yeah.
a bigger crowd than we thought because everybody could hear it from their dorm rooms.
Yeah, all of
Yeah,
Max's
I
rooms.
guess
So that's
our
like
crowd was in school
Yeah. Now the
and the
police
cop.
came up and they were like, "Yo, like, you guys gotta like shut it down and like you guys can't play anymore." And he's like, "Yeah, like we were getting like complaints from all around." We're like, "Oh, we didn't realize we were that loud."
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's a shame that they complained though. That was I liked the
Yeah.
set personally. I promise I did not
It,
complain. It was not me.
it was
At
a
least.
happy accident because like after that, like I looked at the guys and I'm like, come on, like you know, we're supposed to play another 45-minute set after this. I was like, we got through the first one. I was like, we're here to do this. I was like, I asked the crowd, like, does anyone have any acoustic guitars? Like anyone. And like 3 people had acoustic guitars. So we got one for me, Greg, and Mason, our bassist. And then
Like 3 people went back to their dorms
Yeah.
to get their
Let's go
personal.
yeah,
acoustic.
and then we
Wow,
went
that's
inside the
awesome.
dining hall and sat on the stage and
I brought
brought in a broken down
I
kit.
brought I brought like a bare bones kit, and it was very difficult. I'm a very like heavy hitter as a drummer,
Yeah,
I
we're
can
like a
hear.
and
Yeah,
so
definitely.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so I was like struggling to like just like play very softly.
Yeah.
And I got like shirts and stuff and put them all over my drum
Yeah.
kit and everything.
It was a happy accident because that ended up like genuinely being like one of my like favorite shows we've played. Like
Yeah.
being that intimate with the crowd and like
Yeah.
it felt like we were in like a little jazz club. Like we were just up on the stage, like the lights on us, like the whole audience dark. You just hear like we would like commentate, make jokes. You just hear like giggling and
And
then
after we got shut
If I'm
down, it was like everybody stayed.
Yeah, everybody was into it. If I'm not mistaken, that was the first mosh pit in the Roanoke dining hall ever.
Yeah.
It probably was. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Y'all are making history. That's crazy.
it was crazy.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, I wanted to ask as well about you have I think it's like a single, but there's 2 songs, Folsom and Speed Racer. I
Yeah.
wanted to ask, I guess, about where those came from, especially Folsom. I like the whose voice is it saying the "I'm Johnny Cash" at the beginning? Is that
That's Mason.
That's
Yeah.
our
that's Mason?
basis.
Yeah, he sang that whole song. It's just very distorted because he was yelling it. We actually have a video of him like first recording vocals for it, and it's a nightmare. It's gnarly.
It was like funny, like he was like getting into it, like getting up on like his tippy toes and stuff, like bouncing around.
Yeah. Yeah, Folsom, that's a Johnny Cash cover. And Mason actually came to us with that idea to do like a cover of a Johnny Cash something because we thought it'd be fun to have like a very punk version of like this old country kind of song. So we thought that would be really cool. And we like it. And I think it, turned out well and everything. So
Yeah, no, it definitely did. I think that's my favorite of the 2, but Speed Racer was really good as well. Is Speed Racer, is that a cover? I don't know if it was or if I'm just not tapped in or if you wrote that.
No, yeah, that one's an original.
yeah, that one's, we wrote that one a long time ago. That was one of the first originals that we ever wrote. We wrote a whole bunch of originals like when I first joined the band, and then we kind of like scrapped all of them except and then we kept playing Speed Racer. So we're like, okay, we can release that song.
Yeah, Speed Racer though was vocally like entirely different. It was more like, not as like fast vocals as we have it now. Cause like we were like, I feel like it's a fast song. We also sped up the song. It was originally like 2 minutes and like 45 seconds, and now it's like a 2 minute and like 12-second song.
Yeah.
So we sped up the instruments and the vocals a lot. And so it's like from what we originally had it's like entirely different, like almost entirely different.
Yeah, no, I mixed that song, and when I first like decided on the tempo, and I pulled everybody down to like play their different parts, I felt like I was torturing them because they were used to playing it at like a much slower tempo, especially Molly with like the leads that she had to play at like a really a much higher tempo. But yeah, so we changed like the tempo, and then we also like changed all the lyrics from when we had originally written.
The original tempo we upped it to. We were like, you need to lower it a little bit. It was like way too fast.
Oh yeah, when I had first like increased it all the way up, it was very, and then
It
maybe
300 beat.
no, it couldn't
It was like 280 or something at first.
It might have been too.
It was 280 at first, and I think now it's.
It was fucking
60.
fast.
It was like the.
I don't know. We get off track very easily.
Yeah.
Collective ADHD is insane. So
I wanted to ask y'all about are there any artists y'all have been, it doesn't have to be local, but that y'all have been listening to lately that you would want to, I don't know, or any inspirations for what you're working on?
it's for, I don't know. We all listen to a lot of different kinds of things.
Mhm.
I know Greg and I tend to really like Midwest emo a lot.
Yeah, like maybe the mom jeans.
Modern baseball is like a staple. I've been listening to this band. They're called The Hotelier. the Hotelier, I believe.
You like that?
Yeah, I've been listening to them a lot recently. They're really good. It's always hard for me when I'm like put on the spot. It's like, what are you listening to? And I always feel like I need to pull out my phone and look at my Spotify or something.
Yeah,
But
I feel like an inspiration for some of the recent songs that we've been writing has been Fallout Boy.
oh yeah,
Like we've been listening to Fallout Boy and like watching like some live performances of them. Um, for little spoiler to something, but it's like we're working on like an EP, and I feel like another inspiration for that has been like like My Chemical Romance, like Panic at the
it's the
Disco.
big three. Really.
Yeah, the big three.
The big emo three.
The big
Yeah.
emo three.
I know what like kind of music I listen to. Like I've been listening to a lot of like Manic and Pussy. I love Destroy Boys. Um, like also love like Mom Jeans, Modern Baseball. That was I feel like Mom Jeans is like the first like obsession we all had as like a band, or not honestly, yeah, Mom Jeans, but also Pup as a band. We were obsessed with Pup. Honest, what's it called? Speed Racer was inspired by DVP by Pup.
Oh,
So
interesting. Yeah, I'll listen to that
Like
later.
yeah, originally.
yeah,
I haven't heard
originally
much
it
pop. Yeah.
was.
Big person.
Mm, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we love Pup as a band.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
But yeah.
That kind of I guess you started on what my next question was going to be about what y'all were working on in the future. So you have an EP coming out. I don't know how much you want to say about that, but um, do you have a
Yeah, I mean
time
it's
frame or?
very, very much still in the works. We have a lot that we've been working on that's kind of like, like getting on paper and then like, finalizing and like kind of like working through a lot of it, kind of like jamming it out.
A lot of processes too. It takes a bunch of different forms from
Yeah.
like performing to recording to
Yeah.
practicing.
We're recording one of our songs right now, for a later like single release. I actually like paused. I was mixing it, and I paused the mix like when you called. So
Yeah, I was like, oh,
I was yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
yeah, that one we're planning on releasing like around like beginning of December.
Okay,
Mhm.
great. Yeah, well, that'll be on, I'm guessing, streaming services or.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically all I know, I actually just got like a notification on the email that I think Speed Racer and Folsom are now live on Deezer.
Oh,
They go out on all kinds of
yeah.
random stuff. So we're on Spotify and Apple Music and all that. It's like 15 different.
Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer. It's on YouTube,
Yeah.
TikTok,
Yeah.
like basically anywhere.
Everything.
Yeah.
yeah, I've used DistroKid before, and I know what you're talking about. I'll get like an email like a
Mhm.
month later saying it's on like
Some
Deezer, something
random.
I've never heard of. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you might as well check them all if it's going to distribute it. It doesn't cost more, you know.
Exactly.
All
Might as
five
well.
people, yeah, like all 15 people who use
Mhm.
Deezer can hear your music, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe Bandcamp too. It'll go on. I don't know.
Nice, yeah. Do y'all sell any I think is it Bandcamp that does like vinyls and CDs and stuff, or is that
I think Bandcamp you can. I think it's the one where it's like you can listen for free, and then it's kind of like if you want to pay for it, you
yeah,
can.
yeah, right.
It's like kind of like anything like you want to give kind of thing, but you can still like listen to it without
Yeah.
like paying.
Right, for sure, yeah. Are y'all planning on any kind of physical releases at any point, or is that more of a future thing, not really in y'all's radar?
When we release like our EP, I'd like to do some physical copies.
Yeah, we've talked about doing that, burning some CDs in the beginning, just like kind of handing them out to get like the word out and then
Yeah.
sell them. But
Yeah, that'd be cool if
yeah.
y'all do. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
kind of we like the grassroots kind of thing. Like when we were doing some shows, like we threw like a festival ourselves, and like one of the big things we wanted to do was like make sure we're not just advertising it on socials. Like we want to like go up and like hang up flyers everywhere, and like as we said when we do the EP, we want to like hand out like CDs, like physical
Yeah, yeah.
like mediums. Like yeah.
That's really cool. I think that's missing a lot in like the modern, you know, I don't know, music marketing sphere, like not as much like original advertising and stuff like that. So that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess kind of the opposite of that, but before we go, is there anything you'd like to shout out social media wise, like where people can find you? Um, I know Instagram and anywhere else you'd like to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Instagram, Unmarked Pavement on Instagram.
Check out our
Um,
music on Spotify,
yes,
wherever you listen to music.
Unmarked Pavement.
We have a TikTok too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
TikTok.
we need to start building up our TikTok.
Yeah, but on there it's Unmarked Pavement underscore because Unmarked Pavement was taken. We'll talk about that. But yeah, so basically just like Unmarked Pavement, like everywhere. So 2 words. Well, I guess now like for usernames and stuff, it's 1 word.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We're also technically on YouTube as well.
yeah, YouTube. I actually just got another email that they merged because when you release on YouTube, it makes it like it's
Separate,
like
like,
Unmarked Pavement topic, and then you have to like register your account and they like merge them together. So now we're just Unmarked Pavement on YouTube.
Nice.
Nice. Very cool. Well, thank you guys all very much for your time. I'm really glad I could get an interview. I'm looking forward to the EP and anything else y'all put out. So yeah, thank you very much.
Hopefully we can come out to Roanoke again soon.
Yeah, I mean, we had a
Ooh,
great
yes.
time. So we would, we talked to Tori with is Worky, is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah, Worky.
Yeah,
We
work.
we
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
with
yeah.
Tori at Worky, and like like they were awesome to work with. Like like it was a pleasure working with them. So it's like hopefully we get to come out there and do it again
Yeah, if y'all
with
ever
Ant
do,
Permits and no cops are
yes, for sure.
pulling up.
Yeah.
I think Joe,
So
who's the guy who runs work, I think he really liked y'all from what I mean, we talked about it a bit today because he's also the professor that this is kind of involved with the project in or whatever, so I'm sure he'd love to have y'all back for sure.
Awesome.
Cool.
no, yeah, definitely. And yeah, and then thank you for thinking of us for this interview.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm a big fan, so I'm glad.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no,
And if you
definitely.
ever want to come to Blacksburg, there's some
Yeah,
awesome shows here too.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
we
sure I might.
also shout out, if anyone's ever in Blacksburg, we throw shows out of our house. You can find that at the pothole underscore shows. And yeah,
Cool, cool. I'll link all that in the video that way people can find it for sure. But yeah, awesome. Well, it was yeah, great talking to y'all. Thank you very much.
nice talking to you too. Have a great night.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Bye guys.
Bye.